Now it's time for part 6 of Tarantino Unchained.
The Tarantino 10.
There you go. We watched the Grindhouse Death Proof movie, which is half of that Grindhouse double feature. The other one is Robert Rodriguez's, what the hell is it called? I don't know. And I don't really care. Okay, so we watched Death Proof. And this is from, when is this from? It's from, it's called, the other one's called Planet Terror. This is from 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 years after Kill Bill Volume 2. Let's see. And it is a full movie. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
it's funny I hadn't seen this one.
I don't think I saw it either, because I remember when it came out in theaters, it was advertised that you went to go see it as a double feature.
I don't think it came to our theater,
Okay.
for one thing.
So it's just under 2 hours. It currently has a 67% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes with only 45 reviews and a 71% audience score. Huh. What did you think of this movie?
I really didn't like it.
Why not?
It irritated the crap out of me.
In what way?
Everything about it, I didn't like it. I didn't like the girls. I thought they were kind of unrealistic. I hated, of course, the stuntman. Now he takes that same character and
Stuntman Mike?
He takes that character and he refines it for Brad Pitt later on, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah, I just really didn't like it. I thought it was way more about vengeance against or killing young women than it was about them getting their comeuppance. Because they really don't get the comeuppance until the very last bit. I really didn't like it.
Well, the first, 15 or 20 minutes of this is just weird, made up trailers.
Yeah.
For bad drive-in theater. So this movie, I haven't read up on this, but this is kind of his tribute to old drive-in theater movies. And so the first bit of it is all these fake trailers. There's a couple of them. And then there's a fake commercial for drive-in theater food. And then there's feature presentation, and it goes on for way too long. Way too long.
Yeah.
And they make it look as if it's done on film from back in the 60s or 70s. But
it's inconsistent as well. I did like when it said scene not found or whatever. I did like.
Oh yeah, it said that reels were missing. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a lap dance.
I did like that.
And then it's like reels missing, jumps ahead. So it's like, you don't get to see this.
Yeah, I really didn't like it. It's definitely not a movie for me.
Okay, so this had Kurt Russell in it.
I mean, he's good in it, but
yeah. So I don't remember. This was kind of I haven't seen Kurt Russell in a lot of things. In the last 30 years. I mean, he was doing stuff lots in the 80s and a bit in the early 90s. But then he kind of retired. He got married to Goldie Hawn. They had a kid. He's acting now. So why he came back to do this movie, I guess because Quentin Tarantino wanted him to be in this movie. Man, you see the hair on him there? I don't know if that's a wig or not, but damn. See the hair on him there? So it stars Kurt Russell and Rosario Dawson, but you don't see Rosario Dawson for first there's the opening there, that 15-20 minutes. Yeah. Then it gets into the movie and it's following these young women that Kurt Russell, stuntman Mike, goes after.
I don't know if you've seen him yet, but he's going to be in your Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we just saw Kurt Russell in Guardians Galaxy Volume 2 a few years back, right? And he was great in that.
I mean, he's sort of retired.
I mean, he doesn't have to work.
He's just like 10 years younger than my mom.
Yeah, well, he was really big in the 80s. He did tons of stuff, so I'm sure he doesn't have to work. So I'm guessing he's got tons of money from all his work and collecting residuals. So, but if Quentin Tarantino asked him to be in this movie, he did it. His character is rather one-dimensional. because he's Stuntman Mike, and he has to call himself Stuntman Mike all the time,
Yeah, we
and
really don't
he
get
wants
a
to
lot of
pick
them.
up women at this bar and then kill them in his death-proof car.
He just wants to kill them. He doesn't. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, what's his motivation?
Yeah, I think we need a little bit more. But that didn't. I just really didn't like it. Ah, this is definitely the worst one for me.
So
In
far?
so many ways.
Because
Yeah,
before you didn't like, your worst one was Kill Bill Volume 2, so I guess this is below that.
I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
way below.
Yeah.
I really didn't like
This
it
was
at
probably
all.
the worst one for me, too. Rosario Dawson, who plays Abernathy, she's good in it. And her and her friends, like, their dialogue, the dialogue was good. I have no problem, really, with the dialogue for any of them, because Tarantino's really good at
I
that.
didn't really think any of the girls were believable, their interactions, and that they left their friend alone. That's not what you do. Like, you would never do that.
I don't think that blonde lady was their friend in the first part of the movie.
No. In the end, they left their friend with this hit guy.
Yeah.
Selling the car.
Oh, yeah, Carl. Because they take the car.
Why did the two of them should have stayed?
Yeah, so that was Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
Who is in Ahsoka right now.
But I mean.
And she's this ditzy actress.
I just didn't think it was believable. I think maybe it was trying to have like positive women vibes, but to me it was like hate women vibes.
Really?
Way too much. I
Well,
really thought it's not helping the cause.
They did get back at Kurt Russell there in the end there, right?
In the very
So
end.
they run him off the road and then they beat the crap out of him.
They kill him.
Yeah.
But I mean, that didn't make sense either, because these are like career women and stuff. They're not murdering women.
Are they? They're like in their early 20s.
Movies. And they are talking about their jobs and everything. It's important to them, and then they go kill this guy. It just, all the motivations for me were off.
Yeah, this movie, the story doesn't make any sense. So they go take this guy's car for a test drive, and it gets completely smashed up. Not that that's their fault that this guy attacked them.
That's also a crime, but anyway.
The whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, they're smashing up this guy's car. How are they gonna pay for this? They gonna give them their car?
They're not broke women, but they couldn't be helped. But the fact that they keep going,
yeah,
it doesn't make sense. It's not like they're criminals or anything. These are like working ladies who have jobs.
They have jobs, but they don't have tons of money. Anyway, Zoe Bell, who plays herself, and she wants to get in this car and hang out, and they drive down the highway, and she wants to be on the windshield, on the front hood, hanging out, and just holding on to these belts.
Like that. I didn't find that very believable, but well, maybe there's some crazy girls out there that want to do that. But the fact that they left their friend behind,
that really bothered you?
Yeah,
I think that was supposed to be just a joke.
That would you never do that. Like, that's just girl code. You would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I just didn't like it at all. I didn't like anything about it.
Yeah. We seem to be in the minority in terms of these ratings.
I really didn't like it.
There wasn't anything overly exciting about it. There wasn't anything really interesting. Yeah, the dialogue was fine, but this was just kind of, to me, this was made as a bad drive-in theater movie that you just go see with your friends in the drive-in theater. Of course, we don't have those anymore, because why would you?
Did back home. I think it's just close. I enjoy going.
I don't like
drive-in theaters. They had those old commercials until recently. I don't know. I haven't gone in a little while. I know there was.
I don't understand why people are always, going on about they want drive-in theaters to come back, but
they were fun.
But people haven't gone to them in years, and there's a reason why.
Cape people went
to
them.
I mean, even I've talked to people in recent years that they want to be able to go back and go to the video rental store. Those were terrible.
I don't want to.
I don't have nostalgia for any of those.
I don't want to do that. But the drive-in is fun. You just never went to a fun one.
I've been to several drive-ins there, and I'm like, I don't miss this. I mean, people don't even go to the theater now. Most people don't go to the theater.
You got 3 movies in one night, and it was fun, and you could talk during the movie in your car. It was really fun. I don't know why. Anyway, if you go by yourself, it's probably not fun. Anyway, I don't think it's still operating, Cameron. I know there were some issues with it, but
None of-
everyone likes it there. Yep.
But they went out of business.
No, there was issues maybe with the land. I don't know. There was some issues, nothing to do with the business. Anyway, I like going.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, say, when we used to live in northern Alberta, there used to be one there, but it's not feasible to have one there because it doesn't get dark until midnight.
Well, in the summer, yeah.
People couldn't stay up late. So, yes, it's not feasible in northern Alberta, and then you're freezing in the winter when it is dark all the time. So, I could see how that's not a good business, but it is fun.
Anyway, we're off on a tangent here, but any final thoughts on this? What kind of rating would you give this?
Ugh. 46. I really hated it.
You didn't like it, huh?
I hated it. I didn't even want to finish watching it.
Yeah, this one's kind of the worst Tarantino movie for me so far. So I'm giving this a worst movie ever. No, this one just wasn't for me. And I don't want to just sit here ragging on it and talk about the things I don't like.
Time on
but it's got Kurt Russell in it. It's got Rosario Dawson in it. It's got Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Zoe Bell. It's got a bunch of other people.
Nothing wrong with the cast, but it's just not good. I didn't like it.
Yeah, the writing... The story wasn't that great. And I think it was meant to be that way, though.
Got Rob Zombie in it, too.
No, Rob Zombie directed one of the fake trailers at the beginning.
That might have been a more interesting movie.
That didn't look good to me either.
They all look bad. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, not really for me. But, I don't know. Let us know what you think of Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof movie, which isn't even really a full movie. I guess if you took out all that stuff at the beginning, it would be like an hour and a half or less, maybe.
Movies used to be shorter. Death Proof is the car. The car is death proof.
Not really, though.
But the pavement isn't.
Okay, let us know your thoughts on this movie. Thanks to anyone who watched this segment and anyone who gives us a thumbs up or leaves a comment down below. That'll always help us out. You can always subscribe for more content.